Hey guys, it's Elliot from AdFeeder, and you guessed it, we're back for another round of Web Wednesdays. Let's go.
There are some trends in the automotive world that come and go. Some we love, and some we just can't wait to get rid of.
Oh, no, 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 no.
After seeing tremendous success over the last 18 months, Cazoo has now expanded its fleet of delivery transporters to over 180 and opened 17 collection centres across the UK. And now they have their sights firmly set on the world of subscription services. Its own research found that almost 30% of UK consumers are interested in subscribing to a car rather than purchasing it outright or financing it. 21% of those surveyed now have more monthly subscriptions than before the pandemic started, with 44% of respondents selecting subscription services for convenience, with 25% stating that it saves them money and 19% of them highlighting that it helps with budget planning. It now offers a range of new cars available between 6 and 24 months, with ordering entirely online and delivery within as little as 72 hours. At the end of the contract period, the customer can either return the car, switch it for another one, or keep it on a rolling monthly contract. What's more, it also includes insurance, servicing, road tax, and even the maintenance of the car. This is an area we'll be keeping a very close eye on as the year progresses. Considering just how many products and services that can be ordered via subscription services now, it makes complete sense that your next car could come that way as well. The word resto mod is used an awful lot lately. If you're in the market for one, you've got some seriously hard decisions heading your way. From Mercedes to Porsche, Land Rover to Ford, there really is a resto mod for any genre, where some of the greatest cars ever made have been enhanced, exaggerated, or reimagined, with often no budget in mind. First off, let's start with a few definitions. A restoration refers to the bringing back a classic car to its former glory, by only using mostly all of its original factory parts. Whereas resto mod is slightly different. This is a process where you perform a restoration on a classic vehicle, but then incorporate modern day technology to improve its performance or handling. But what happens when you take one of the most recognisable and sought after sports cars ever made, and then strap a silent electric engine to it? Well, the answer is this, and there's a company called BRIT. It's a British firm set up in 2019 to make all electric powered resto mods out of classic machinery. The Oxfordshire-based company now has a new project, and it's called the Signature. It's a wide-body 911 of the 964 generation, with a motor that boasts 493 horsepower. That's twice the power of an original 964. BRIT claims the 0 to 60 time is under 4 seconds, making it a tad quicker than even some of the modern day 911s. According to BRIT founder and chief executive Justin Lunny, the conversion retains the 911's soul, and despite not having the iconic flat 6 engine at the rear, it makes for a seriously impressive thing to drive on the road. He also has several suggestions for what to do with the original engine, one of those being maybe to adapt it into a coffee table for your living room. How good does that sound? By now, we've all heard of the ever-increasing thumb that's pressing down on the regular combustion engine, especially around busy cities in the UK. But Birmingham has become the second city in the UK to launch a clean air zone, following Bath. The Class D zone affects older cars, as well as buses and vans that produce more toxic emissions. But unlike in Bath, which restricts commercial vehicles only, drivers of non-conforming cars will have to pay a fee to enter Birmingham city centre. This makes the zone the first CAZ zone in the UK to apply these restrictions to regular passenger cars. This system went live yesterday, but the council says it will offer a soft launch with drivers not required to pay the fees until Monday the 14th of June. While Birmingham is stricter on the passenger cars than Bath, the fees it charges are actually slightly lower. However, HGVs, buses and coaches must pay £50 a day to use the CAZ. In addition, taxis and other non-conforming passenger cars will have to pay £8 a day to use this zone. The AA has estimated that around 100,000 cars in Birmingham will be affected by this zone. This one is worth remembering before you head into Birmingham city centre. In days gone by, celebrities that were known near enough anywhere around the world, where kids looked up to them, aspiring to be the next Ronaldo or Beckham. But thanks to the world of social media and content creation, there are now a wealth of creators who have gained an incredible following via YouTube just by sharing their passion and hobbies online. A prime example of this is a small-town hero known as Jimmy Broadbent, a 29-year-old who spent much of his YouTube career racing virtually, whilst in a shed at the end of his mum's garden. Sharing his love of motorsport and gaming has led to Jimmy gaining a worldwide fame, and he's now swapping the screen for the real thing. We are delighted to sponsor Andy Tucker and Team BRIT, who invited Jimmy along to the iconic Top Gear test track, with some other famous faces in tow, to compete in a number of laps both on track and on the virtual sim rig. It was also a chance for Andy and the rest of the Team BRIT drivers to stretch the legs of the race-ready Aston Martin V8 Vantage, which has impressed fans and followers in its first few BRIT car endurance races. We can't wait to see much more content than this. YouTube has become a platform for users to share their experiences, and in doing so can inspire the next generation of racing enthusiasts.
So that was the first week of June's Web Wednesdays all wrapped up. As always, stay tuned for next week's, where we bring you more news from the world of automotive and tech. Take care.